Welcome, my friends. I'm Jen Hilman. Thank you so much for joining me today for this yoga for plantar fasciitis. We are going to move into some stretches that will help to mobilize the ankles, stretch the backs of the legs, and all the way down into the bottoms of the feet to help relieve that chronic pain that you experience from, tension and tightness in the feet. So I'm glad that you have found your way here. I hope that these stretches will help provide you some relief. Go ahead and like this video so you can come back and follow along anytime you're feeling those feet start to tighten up. And please leave your comments below and subscribe to the channel. Then you can roll out your mat and we are going to begin in a tabletop position. So starting from your hands and knees, go ahead and tuck your toes under. So for some of you, you might already be starting to feel a stretch in the bottoms of your feet just by curling your toes under. So if that's you, then this is the perfect place to start, just gently stretching into the bottoms of your feet. Then from here, we'll start to lean your hips back towards your heels, almost as if we were stretching back towards child's pose. And you will feel as your weight shifts back that your feet will stretch even deeper. Then we can shift back into your tabletop position. Maybe take a big deep inhale here. Then exhale, sinking your hips back towards your heels. We gently stretch into the bottoms of your feet. You can even press with your hands a little bit and kind of traction your hands forward as you lean your hips back. Will accentuate the stretch at the bottoms of your feet. And then again, we can come back forward into your tabletop position. Take a full deep breath in. Then we'll exhale again, sinking your hips back. One more time here. You can press forward through your hands a little bit as you sink your hips down towards your heels. And if you're feeling sassy and you want a little more stretch into the feet, you can even start to walk your hands in, making your way all the way up to kneeling. So that's just an option for those of you that are ready to go deeper, moving into this toe sit. And if that's too intense for you, just practice with your hands down. Reaching your hips back is perfect. Then we'll come back into your tabletop position. You can flip the tops of your feet down and then tap the tops of your feet on your mat, just allowing your calves to relax and opening up that space at the tops of your feet. Okay, then from here, we're going to shift your weight over to the left and reach the right leg up and back and touch your toes down to the back edge of your mat. Now, pressing forward through your hands, same idea. We're going to shift the hips back, flexing through your right foot. We want to flex your heel down towards the earth. And that's going to give you a really great stretch along the back of your calf muscle, which those calf muscles, a lot of the muscles in the lower leg there, go all the way down across the bottom of the foot. So we have to stretch the whole back of the leg here to find that relief. Then you can gently release, and we'll switch to the second side, bringing your right knee back down. Reach your left leg up and back, and then carefully touch your toes down to the back edge. Pressing forward through your hands, shifting your hips back. We're going to flex through that left foot, reaching your heel towards the earth. Now, if your right knee becomes light, it can gently float away from the floor. You can keep your foot down so you still feel stable and balanced. As you push back through your heel, working that stretch in the back of your calf. Then we'll gently release your knee back down, coming back into your tabletop position. Then for a moment here, just sit your hips down and you can roll your wrists around a few times. We're going to move into downward facing dog, so we're continuing to do some of that weight bearing in your hands. So just let your wrists and your forearms take a break. You can shake it out, feeling loose. Then when you're ready, you can plant your hands back down onto your mat, and we'll begin to move into your downward facing dog. So lifting your hips high towards the sky, let's begin to pedal out your feet, bending one knee and then the other. This will again start to stretch into the calf muscles, as well as working the attachments behind the knee and all the way up into the hamstrings as well. So again, in order to experience relief in the bottoms of the feet, we actually have to stretch the entire length of muscle tissue from the bottoms of the feet all the way up the legs. So by opening up the whole system, we can relieve tension through the legs, behind the knees, down the calves, into the ankles, and all the way down into the bottoms of the feet. Okay, so let's take a moment to just soften into your down dog, reaching your heels towards the earth simultaneously. Breathe into that stretch at the backs of your legs, saying yes with your exhale. Then slowly begin to walk your feet forward. Take your time, no rush. We're making your way to the top of your mat. Now you can have your feet hip width apart, or maybe even a little bit wider. Then bend your knees as much as you need to let your upper body fold forward over your legs. Let your head be heavy as you hang. And you can even start to shift your weight gently side to side, right to left, working into the IT band. Again, maybe connecting to some of the attachments around the knee. You might even start to feel some stretch along the outer hip as well. So wherever you're feeling that stretch, that's where your body is tight. So that's where we need to send our attention. Taking your time as you move side to side, working into the legs. Then we'll begin to make your way back to center, just folding forward over your legs here. Remember, you can bend your knees as much as you need. And from here, we're going to flip the tops of your hands down, so the palms of your hands face towards the sky. And you'll slide your fingertips underneath your feet so that your toes come all the way up to the wrist crease. So we call this gorilla pose. So as you fold your body down, you can bend into your elbows, bend into your knees, so you can work deeper into that forward fold. So this is taking your feet into a deeper flexion, giving you more of a stretch along the sole. Then you can even flex at your elbows, flex at your wrists, and start to pull back on your toes. That is really going to light up the stretch, you guys. So getting that full flexion through the foot and through the toes. For breathing here, in and out. And then we'll gently release, walking your hands out from underneath your feet. You can shake out your knees a little bit, let it relax. Then plant your hands back down on your mat, and we're going to step right back to your downward facing dog. And you'll find now your down dog feels dramatically different, like a lot more open, a lot more accessible. Now from here, we're going to roll forward over your hands. So again, we're opening up the bottoms of the feet here. That's our focus. Then we'll reach your hips high. And then again, roll forward onto the balls of your feet, flexing through your toes, coming way far forward, stretching the bottoms of your feet.
Then lift your hips back up and stretch. We're going to do this 3 more times for a total of 5. Shifting forward, stretch the bottoms of your feet, then reach your hips back up. You've got it. 2 more times. This is a great upper body workout today too. So we're getting the best of both worlds. Lift your hips up high. We'll go 1 more. Shifting forward, flexing through the bottoms of your feet. We stretch. Then you can lower your knees right down to the floor. Turn the tops of your feet down. Sink your hips back towards your heels and just take a moment to rest in a gentle child's pose. If it feels good, you can roll your wrists around. Just releasing any tension through your hands or your forearms. Then we'll roll your spine all the way up. Shift your weight over to one side and swing your legs around in front of you. So with your legs extended out, you can go ahead and bend your knees just a bit so that you can lean forward and support your chest with your thighs. Then reach down with your hands and using your fingertips, gently begin to massage along the bottoms of your feet. So you can flex your feet and you use your fingertips, almost like playing a piano, right? So we get the fingers tapping and massaging, and you can lean your weight back a little bit to give you more pressure if you need. Don't forget to work along the heel, which takes the brunt of your weight with every single step. And then we'll come all the way up to the ball of the foot. Then again, place the heel of your hand along the back sides of your toes. Your fingertips can wrap down, and we're going to pull back, flexing the toes back as best you can. So we're going to start to feel that stretch, stretching and opening through the bottoms of your feet. So stretching it here for 3, 2, and 1. You can relax your legs down, lean your weight back into your hands, and just bounce your knees right and left. So this will give you a little massage into your calf muscles, anything that might be feeling tight in there. Then to wrap up our practice today, we'll just do a little bit more foot massage. Of course, it's wonderful if you have a friend who can massage your feet for you, but that's not always the case. And a little self-love goes a long way. So you can bring your left foot up onto your thigh. Try to let your knee open out to the side. So this is, again, a great hip stretch, a knee stretch. So we're getting the best of both worlds. You just want to be able to reach your foot, and using your thumbs, you can start to knead into the bottoms of your feet. And if you come across any particular places that feel very tight, you can spend a little extra time. If you are someone that is dealing with a chronic plantar fasciitis, chronic pain in your feet, I highly recommend self-foot massage every day if you can do it. And following along with this video, doing these stretches will make such a big difference for you. Okay, so after you've given that left foot a good massage, we're going to switch it over to the right, bringing your foot up onto your thigh. Let your right knee open to the side. So you're just feeling that hip stretch, a little stretch along the knee, and then using your thumbs, we'll begin to knead into the bottom of the right foot. And you can explore the whole space around the bottom of your foot and see if there's any particular places that are calling for your attention. You might notice some trigger points in there, some spots that hurt so good. So that's where we want to spend the time. working into the tight places. And don't forget your heel. So we're giving yourself a good foot massage on both sides. And again, you can just kind of shake out your legs, shake out your feet. And we'll just come to a comfortable seat on your mat. So as you come to sit comfortably, you can close your eyes here and just feel your feet. Notice any tingling or vibrating sensations. Feel the energy swirling around in your ankles and your lower legs. And smile to yourself, honoring and acknowledging yourself for taking this time to be in your body, to love on your feet, to stretch it out, to give yourself a little massage and show yourself that love and care. Thank yourself. You deserve it. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this practice. I hope that it has proven helpful, that you're feeling some relief. Don't forget to add this video to your library so you can come back and follow along whenever those paws start barking. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.